Hi wrestling fans, thanks for clicking today's Dreaded D-Rose report. Happy birthday to former WWF and WCW star member Akeem, or One Man Gang, 53 years old, and former WWF jobber Outback, 55. Alright, let's find some news here. WWE Hall of Famer Jimmy Snuka is going to be appearing at the New England Championship Wrestling's Iron 8 tournament on May 11th. I couldn't figure out why I didn't think he'd be on an Iron 8 tournament, so he's just going to be presenting a winner a trophy. That sounds more like it. Jim Ross wrote the following on Twitter about Mark Henry's return. He said, saw the Mark Henry in Tampa a few weeks ago. He was intense and focused, thicker than a storm shelter. Never heard anybody call that. And after taking the world's strongest slam from Mark Henry last night on Raw, Hornswoggle was stretchered off during the commercial break, by the way. And tickets for the Extreme Rules pay-per-view on May 19th in St. Louis goes on sale February 23rd to the public. And former WWE diva Serena Deeb, remember her, got her hair shaved off and one of Punk's followers. Well, anyway, she's been out of action since October 2011 after a bad concussion, which there is no such thing as a good concussion. Will return to the ring for Shimmer April 6th WrestleCon show in New Jersey. And Zack Ryder, he said he's been coughing up blood after losing to Jack Swagger last night at Raw. He tweeted, said, still coughing up blood. I owe you a fist pump to your face, Swagger. Alright, after Monday's Raw went off the air, let you know what happened then. CM Punk and Paul Heyman went to the back as The Rock was laying in the ring. Sandow came to the ring, though, with The Rock, and questioned Rock to his face about being WWE Champion. Well, anyway, Sandow then told the fans that they suck. Of course, they were telling him he sucks, so there was a stalemate. And that he doesn't care that The Rock, he said he doesn't care that The Rock cares for them. Anyway, The Rock said he wants to give Sandow a gift, and then hit him with the rock bottom. Rock then hit the people's elbow before leaving, sending everybody home happy except Sandow. By the way, dark match, the main event was Cena defeating Dolph Ziggler. And WWE's website's got an article up looking at JBL, of all things. As he does his mountain climbing routine, he's heading to South America. He's going to the Mount Death Mountain. JBL will leave for Argentina in less than 2 weeks to start the climb, February 26th. JBL noted that the mountain has a 30% success rate. Of death? So anyway, here's the main story that's been hitting everybody, and there's been a lot of comments from Kurt Angle and even old Iron Sheik about this. The International Olympic Committee, IOC, has announced that wrestling is going to be dropped from the Olympics starting at the 2020 Games. The unexpected decision was made by a secret ballot on Tuesday in Switzerland, where officials were discussing ways to streamline the Olympics. I could think of a lot more streamlining than like that. Anyway, wrestling, which has roots to ancient Greek games, has been a part of the Olympics since 1896 and has been eliminated, while other sports as such as badminton, squash, roller sports, sports climbing, skateboarding, things like that remain. Don't understand that, but anyway, IOC spokesman Mark Adams said that the process of renewing and renovating the program for the Olympics, that's what they're doing, in the view of a good executive board, said this was the best program for the Olympic Games in 2020. It's not the case that's wrong with what's wrong with wrestling. It's just what's right with other Olympic 25 core sports. Somebody not looking at things right. Anyway, now that wrestling will have to face off with 7 other sports that are fighting for inclusion in the 2020 Games. Professional wrestling world is venting their frustrations on Twitter. Superstars expressing shock, and Jim Ross calling the decision ignorant. 1996 Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle, he tweeted, "I'm shocked." He says, "We'll do an exclusive interview later today. Wrestling will stay in the Olympics." That's what he said he was going to do later. Anyway, oh, by the way, Iron Sheik, I don't know if a lot of you guys, I think he was a captain of the USA sports team, don't know what year. But, uh-oh. Guess who's back? Oh, I wish the wife was like this when I came home, or when she came home. Calm down, calm down. I'll get you something to eat here in a minute. Anyway, WWE kept Rey Mysterio off last night's Raw to sell the attack from Mark Henry last week. He said, I miss being on Raw. He says, SWM did some damage on me last week, but I've been through much worse and have to come back. 619 love. Did you hear that did you hear that? Rey Mysterio? He'll be back. No, he's not over there. Anyway, there was a backstage feeling at Raw last night that The Rock did not get the job done during his final promo going into Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. The pay-per-view is expected to do good business just because it's The Rock versus Punk's rematch. And it appears WWE dropped the last-minute idea of having The Shield versus Cena, Sheamus, and Ryback inside the Chamber on Sunday. Anyway, Ryback made a reference to the Chamber match on his Twitter Monday, but has since referred the match to just a regular six-man match. WWE made no mention of the match being taking place inside the Chamber on last night's Raw, which they should have if it was going to be. So, I tell you what, there was so much, I'd get your opinion on this, so much talking on last night. I sat there and wasted 20 minutes of my life listening to Paul Heyman cry, and then he's still there, and still going to be there. Get out of my ear. What's wrong with you here? Oh, that was frustrating, just to listen to all that crap, and then oh, okay, I'll stay. Hell. Anyway, Jack Swagger's new manager, Zeb Coulter, got his name from a Republican political commentator, Ann Coulter. They spell it a little bit different, but actually that's not him either. Anyway, despite being in Nashville for a Predator hockey game over the weekend, Undertaker was not backstage at Raw at any point during the day or broadcast last night with that feeling. That being said, the feeling is that Taker will end up wrestling Punk at WrestleMania anyway. Don't know what that meant, but said anyway. Anyway, Tamina Snuka and Caitlyn for the WWE title has been added to Sunday's Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Here's the card so far. Are you going to get it? WWE title, CM Punk taking on The Rock. If The Rock gets himself disqualified or counted out, Punk wins the title. World Heavyweight title match. So if somebody came in, punched Punk right in the face, it's an interference on The Rock's behalf, and Punk wins the title. Don't seem like that could be what's going to end up happening. And it could be, who do you think could do that to him? I might go. Anyway, World Heavyweight title match is going to be Show taking on Del Rio. Elimination Chamber is going to be Jericho versus Bryan versus Orton versus Henry versus Kane versus Swagger. Winner gets the world title shot at WrestleMania 29. WWE Diva title match is Snuka taking on Caitlyn, and The Shield taking on John Cena. Ryback and Sheamus is just a match. Tensei and Brodus Clay are officially tag team partners now after last night's Raw. Clay approached Tensei backstage. If you got the WWE app, you would have known it. An exclusive video asked him to be his partner after being impressed by his dance moves. It's not all the matches he lost, it's just his dance move. Anyway, Tensei agreed to be a part of the team of Clay. Would put a good word in for him with Cameron. Oh, somebody's in love. While, well, hope his chauffeur, Sakamoto, don't find out. While WWE Divas did not appear on Raw again this week, camp champion Caitlyn and Tamina appeared backstage in the segment on WWE app. Caitlyn approached Vicky Guerrero about not competing on Raw in a few weeks. Vicky said there was a reason for that. Vicky revealed that Caitlyn will defend her title against Tamina at Elimination Chamber. Caitlyn extended her hand for a shake, but Tamina cut a promo on her and calling her an undeserving. This led to a brawl in Vicky Guerrero's office. Tamina threw her through 2 end tables and left her lying in a big pile. After name dropping on Raw last night, which I thought was kind of funny, WWE Champion The Rock tweeted TNA founder Jeff Jarrett. He says, Jeff Jarrett, TNA, had to tell you a few of our USWA stories last night on Raw, my friend. From $40 a night to WWE Champion. Nashville Dreams, he says. And then Jarrett commented, phone blowing up, Twitter blowing up. The Rock says $40. Tonight's WWE TV taping is going to be taking place at Verizon Center, Little Rock, Arkansas. Confirmed for SmackDown, and WWE Champion is The Rock and Punk. Henry's going to be taking on Orton. That's going to be the main event. Confirmed for tonight's main event tapings is the highlight reel, which hits Chris Jericho and The Miz. And advertised locally is Big Show taking on Del Rio. The Shield versus John Cena, Sheamus, and Ryback is booked for some Raw live events in March, by the way. Chris Jericho and Rey Mysterio have also been added to some of the Raw live events. And WWE released its first ever t-shirt for the Shield. Are we saving our money up to get that real quick? Hurry up before they're gone. Hey, that's about it for the news. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.